We are back, and originally I was doing it in order, and now we're doing non-particular order. But today we're doing Salesforce. Let's go. Ooh la la. Agent Force. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so it's an AI bot that allows you to answer your support questions, but it also looks like it takes in consideration all of the content. That's amazing. How do I sign up for Salesforce? Cool. Okay, that's really neat. Um, Obviously, how I said for Salesforce is a pretty easy question. But I'd be curious about if there was something very technical that I wanted to have a question on, or if there was like maybe a specific issue that I had, if how much that would help. So if you have used it before, let me know because that's really cool. I like it a lot. It does take away from actually accessing the help center because I don't know how to get back now. Um, how do I get to the help center? Trailhead. Ooh, trailhead learning. Listen, I want to do a whole video on trailhead learning. I really, really do. But today's not the day. Today's not the day. Product documentation platform. Okay, and Agent Force opens up. Cool. So let's go to home. Ah, how do I just get to? There we go. Okay. Difficult navigation for me just to kind of see all my options. I'm sure if I'm a user, I'm not going to be looking for all of my options. I'll probably have in mind what I want to look at. But just something to think about. And it does look like Trailhead branding. So the Agent Force is kind of different than Trailhead because I feel like Trailhead's very like campy, hiking, and then Agent Force is uh, what? I mean, it's a robot, but like an astronaut. Whatever. That's fine. Let's look at getting started. Is there a getting started section? I don't see one. Getting started. Who's Einstein? This might be like a Salesforce feature. I'm confused. I just, I really just want a getting started guide. Eee. Okay, I find the getting started section. That's cool. So, what I'm assuming here is that if I had a particular question, I would know what product to go into, right? Rather than trying to go through all the products. Um, I guess I'm a bit overwhelmed as someone coming for the first time to the help center trying to find like just a getting started guide. And again, it looks like there's a getting started for each of the product lines, so that's okay. But maybe a little bit more clear messaging on like where to go for what, or like a start here. Well, this is not a good time. I still need to figure out how my experience is. Oh, get started with sales. Okay, 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 okay. Ah, Sales Cloud on Trailhead. So like I said, Trailhead is the core. So okay, it looks like what it does is you start here and you go through all these docs and then you move on to the next, to the next, to the next, in order before to like I guess become an expert learning about Sales Cloud. But I think this is on Trailhead, right? So this is actually courses. It's not written content rather than. All right, let's see if I can get something like help documentation. I don't. Let's find a product. Let's say sales. Adding leads to sales. I know leads are a sales thing, right? Documentation. I wonder if you were watching this before and saw that there was an option to click documentation. You were like yelling at the screen, click documentation, but like I just didn't see it. Um, all right, look. I love I love the use of AI when it's appropriate and it's able to really benefit the user. I love a good trailhead learning. Again, I want to do a video specifically on trailhead learning. I think the documentation is kind of getting lost in the AI implementation on both forces. We have, or both forces, both sides of things. We have Agent Force as well as the Einstein AI. Is that what it was called? Einstein AI generated search answer. I think it's just getting lost, and I would really just like to see a list of documentation that I can kind of navigate through and figure things out. Um, Now, this is actually a pretty cool feature, right? Because I could kind of set up my own guide. So if I could say like, oh, can you create a guide for me? Like, can you create a guide for me to train my team on how to use sales? Yeah, cool. So it's like giving me steps and everything. So that's really cool. That's a really, really powerful tool. Um, and I can get more details. That's a great tool. But I do think the documentation's a bit lost. So I'm not sure if I would necessarily have it on the top 10 help center examples for this year. But I feel like once it starts working at the kinks a bit about having the AI take over or the AI tool take over the actual written documentation and making the navigation a bit easier, I mean, this would be amazing. This would be a really cool thing to work or a really cool collaboration to work with the AI documentation, trailhead learning, case studies, and just meshing those together. I think it'd be a great resource for any user. Cool. That's all I got. Bye.